close with a story that got a little bit of news attention this week, but not nearly as much as it would have if the perpetrator of this alleged crime belonged to a different demographic. What I'm talking about is the story of an enthusiastic backer of the Mississippi state flag and the Confederate flag who is accused of bombing a Wal-Mart in Tupelo, Mississippi, which Elvis fans will know is the birthplace of the king. But this man was known around town for flying a 4-foot-long Mississippi state flag on his car. He's accused of bombing a Walmart in Tupelo because the chain stopped selling the flag. That was, I think, after all the controversy over the Confederate flag and all of that. We are told that the explosive made a loud noise but did no damage when it was thrown early Sunday into the 24-hour Walmart. But of course it could have. The police chief, Bart Aguirre, said bomb technicians reported the package had enough explosive material to damage the store if it had been assembled differently. Now, Marshall E. Leonard was not a Muslim. He was a native, I believe, of the city of Tupelo. He was very angry about Walmart's decision to stop selling Southern flags. Now, here's what the police chief said about Mr. Leonard. He, quote, "He's a strong supporter of keeping that flag flying. This is his way of bringing attention to that." Now, I would assume that if the perpetrator had been a Muslim, the police chief would have not said he's a strong supporter of keeping that Sharia law going. This is his way of bringing attention to that. I think the story also would have gotten roughly 10,000 times as much news coverage as it does now. There's an old adage in political science that says the media can't tell you what to think, although I question that half of it, but it can tell you what to think about. Now, think about that the next time you hear a frightening story about terrorism, because this was terrorism. It was also, as terrorism so often is, not necessarily so much about the stated goal of the perpetrator as it is about the despair that infiltrates a person's soul when they have no hope, when they have no economic opportunity, when they feel their voice is not being heard. There's a reason why these acts of terror fill the vacuum that is created when people are not being represented, are not being heard, are not being given opportunity. And that's something to remember for this week. I am Richard RJ Eskow, and this is The Zero Hour.